placing where he got 5th. And even before then, he's been just dominating at these Fusion events, almost always seen in winners and grand finals. But Jen is no slouch, finding ways to come back into the game, figuring out that, yeah, this Palutena is the character that I want to put the neutral monster of a character. And while he has experimented a little bit, showing shades of his Smash 4 Ryu in characters like Kazuya, this Palutena is just too strong and too experienced throughout all of Ultimate and all that Ultimate has to offer. So this will be an interesting matchup of just warriors that have been tested throughout time in this game, and they're coming head-to-head right here in Fusion number 95.
Yeah, both of these players definitely a little bit of old hands at the game, old hands at being very deep in bracket at Fusion and at all the other tri-state events. And at least for now, Jen has been doing a pretty good job of keeping Jakal stuffed out, just barely missing with the auto reticle, so that's not going to be the early kill. But if he isn't careful about it, Jen definitely could steal a couple stocks away. I think it was Chag versus Javi that I was watching the other day in this exact same matchup, and that's how Chag took quite a few stocks away from Javi, was catching him with stuff like that. It's being off stage that Jakal has to be so careful of, because Palutena just has so many options that can absolutely eviscerate Wolf off stage. There's the down tilt 2-frame, there's the auto reticle, there's the explosive flame. There's just so much that Wolf has to worry about that Jakal just really needs to get stage control here, or else he's going to find himself dropping this stock before too much longer.
Yeah, it's just any sort of character or players that are really able to poke at Wolf's arguably greatest flaw, being the trying to get back to ledge at all, is really going to prove a deficit for Jakal. I mean, it's what Zampa does so frequently, and it's looking what Jen wants to do. That dash attack, a great burst option to find a kill. And we're going to be left seeing how Jakal is able to close down Jen, who's right now just playing like locked up tight. Like, yeah, I'll take some damage out of the corner. Whoa! But you can't take all of that damage out of the corner. What a call out from Jakal, really letting loose in this bracket right now. A couple Wolf flashes from him.
Yeah, that was really, really well spaced, really well positioned by Jakal. I loved everything about that. Now, maybe after getting that big read off of the Wolf Flash, this could be his opportunity to find his footing back in this match. Jen was kind of manhandling him a little bit in neutral throughout this. He wasn't really able to find anything other than a couple straight hits, but now he's getting those fair combos, he's getting those nairs off, and it's looking like maybe Jen lost his stride a little bit. He's been notably absent in most of these tri-state events since quarantine happened. Recently starting to make his comeback, but Jakal's been here the whole time, and he's showing Jen that, hey, while you took a little bit of a break, I've been grinding, I've been improving, and I've been becoming one of the best players in all of New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, this whole tri-state area.
Always a player to be reckoned with, and that back air has been a threat since the game's inception. It's like, yeah, let's give Wolf that back air, and oh, certainly do Wolf players, they'll certainly say that he needs it. Whether they're right or not remains to be seen. It's part of what makes the character so good, as we get to see Jakal now, the shoes on the other foot. How can he do with a lead against Jen?
Listen, he does need it. Wolf would go from, you know, like a top 5 character to a top 10 character without that back air. Oh, and that would be truly tragic. How else would he kill people at 70%? Oh wait, the rest of his entire kit. Jakal going to have Jen stuck on the ledge here looking for this F tilt. Oh look, another move that kills at 80% before they hit the back air going to sweet spot. And Jen, despite a strong start in game number 1, is going to fall to a 2 stock as Jakal takes the first game.
You know, Wolf back air, like, Wolf can't kill without it. It's just so necessary for his finishing. I don't know, I can't keep this out. Like, Wolf back air is absolutely ridiculous.
Look how over-reliant Jakal was on Wolf back air that game. He never would have been able to do anything without Wolf back air in that game. It carries the entire character. He would be nothing without it, and I don't know how much more I can say, because Wolf, you know, he's just a bad character.
Yeah, he just, like, he has so many flaws. Look at him, he almost died right there, but that was a great recovery from Jakal. And I love how he, like, unironically, despite Wolf back air being a crime against humanity, he has been upping in his own tempo a little bit, able to find openings basically just by pressing more buttons. And something Jakal has really started to learn a little bit more heavily is, like, sometimes your opponent doesn't give you free openings, and you have to make them. And Wolf certainly has the hitboxes to do that, especially against a character who can play so safe like Palutena. Kind of forcing your way in, while not always advisable, does work.
Right, that's something that I noticed, especially from Jakal's recent run at Super Smash Con Fall Fest, like versus what he used to look like previously in game. That's definitely very, very true. Like previously, I would be watching him at Fusions and he'd be super reliant on things like ledge trapping to kill, waiting for his opponent to make some form of mistake on the ledge before he could find those critical interactions and get kills. But now he's creating his own openings. He's finding these fair bears to get early stocks, evening up these games, making his own way through these interactions, and it's been kind of really nice to see just that epiphany go on in Jakal's head and him improve like several tiers as a player as a result of it.
Yeah, he's going from a tri-state threat to a nationwide threat that you always have to be scared of, and as many of these players will be seeing at main stage happening this weekend. And you gotta be looking out for all of them, especially those players that like to make the fantasy brackets of players. Like, Jakal is a sleeper for sure. Have him trying to reset to neutral, falling back on those old patient fundamentals, using that laser so heavily, so patiently, but great parry from Jen to hold steady and trying to force his way through, able to contest Wolf Nair so easily with things like up air. And that juggle game is still something Palutena can hold on to for a lot of consistent damage.
Yeah, I mean, it is something that everyone has to be aware of when playing against this character, and falls out of jab 3. Interesting there. It's so difficult for Wolf to find kills at the ledge, you know, without being able to find jab 3.
Oh yeah, he absolutely needs jabs 1, 2, 3. Though F tilt, honestly, yeah, that could use a fix every now and again. Either way, we're seeing him kind of fall back, use that ledge trapping, use that lingering nair to stuff out neutral get up. He's looking for the consistent timing on teleports to stuff out with Wolf's strong nair, but a great angle from Jen keeps him alive and keeps him in this stock 2, which could be vital in game 2. If you start letting Jakal roll over you like he did in game 1 with a lead, then things might get scary. But
yeah, 178%. Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. 178% on Palu. That does mean that mostly anything is going to be killing at this point, and a dash attack from Jakal does find it. So it is going to be, well, evening up the stocks, 23% extra credit at this moment. So we'll see in a second. Gets the grab, up throw, up air. Evens it up almost perfectly, 0.6% separation.
I love the platform play that both of these players are doing, really, but Jakal was able to make a little bit more off of it, and I love the finisher with Nair that time. It was so clean to carry off and try to force him into ledge and force him onto that top platform, not to mention the damage that came off of it. But here, Wolf can be a little bit susceptible, especially to moves like Palutena down tilt, which lingers for so long. Not able to find the 2-frame, though.
Gets the back throw, not enough to kill quite yet. Good low recovery by Jakal to avoid the auto reticle as well. And this is an opportunity. No down smash off of the tech out. What? Well, it's the exact same situation again. Jakal recovers low to avoid the auto reticle. Now has a space in center stage, but gets caught by the dash attack. Some good DI plus Town and City's high blast zone is going to save him, but it doesn't save him for very long, or maybe it does. He is able to DI out of that, but this time it's the untechable back air into the side of the stage, and that is going to bring us to game number 3. So, Ubel, 2 game 3s in a row. Very, very interesting.
I mean, it just shows the tight competition here at Fusion. It's a tough one to go through every single week, but it helps you improve mightily for Jen trying to regain that previous dominance he had in New York, and Jakal trying to further his own repertoire, now putting Jen under his belt in this new age of Jakal. He's got the long hair, and he's got the long list of victories as it runs right back to PS2. While he's showing a new side of Wolf, a new side to his Wolf, Jen is showing just how repeatable Palutena's advantage can be, and you can only repeat a situation so much before you end up another victim of Jen's, another stock victim of Jen.
Yeah, and I mean, I do agree with some people that the Palutena nerfs definitely hurt her, but the people who say she's like barely a high tier or a mid tier now, they're on some copium, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like
they're in trouble.
She's still a very, very, very good character. She's just not as ridiculous as she once was, and Jen demonstrating exactly that now, but Jakal tries to go for a tech chase there, but doesn't get the correct read on where Jen is going to be rolling, so now they just reset back to neutral, and that war crime of a Palutena Nair is able to beat out Wolf's Nair on the landing. Tries for the 2-frame down tilt, finds it. Now Jakal deep off stage yet again. How does he get past this? Well, the answer is wait for Jen to overcommit off stage.
Yeah, and saving his jump that entire time. That's just the mark of a great Spacey player. Realizing that, yeah, in order to recover the Spacey, you need to A, tech everything. Oh, can't tech that. But also, B, save your jump for as long as possible. These low recoveries finally getting stuffed out by Jen, who had conditioned it just right in Game 2. Still won that Game 2. Oh, here comes Palutena.
Getting it started here now has Jakal yet again stuck on the ledge. It seems like he spent most of his time in this game too. It's been about 2 minutes, and I think maybe like 1:30 of that has been spent at the ledge trying to get past Jen. Finally does find his footing back on stage, but well, it's right into the grab, into the down throw, and 86% already built up. This definitely could be like 2 upsets in a row, Ubu. We could be seeing Bonk upsetting Zomba immediately into Jen upsetting Jakal, which that would be very interesting to be sure, but Jakal, he's not going to go down without a fight. He finds that upbeat to recover and also to take out the stock with 122% to his name. He's not going to be living too much longer, and he's definitely not going to be living through that down tilt back air.
Yeah, that conversion hadn't been there for a little bit for Jen, only being able to find things like forward air, just a mark of good DI from Jakal, but that one, no escape from it, found a low 2-frame, which meant it is a true combo, and now he gets to play the fun part of the game if you're Palutena, when all these Nair strings still end up working and still work wonders to snowball a lead. Yet here's Jakal finding the up air and getting a quick fastball to reset into the back air. Clean stuff from Jakal, and it's things like that that keep the game keep the game close and even pushing it into his favor.
Yeah, this is certainly extremely interesting considering Jakal was just inches away from losing just a moment ago, and all of a sudden this is tight. This is going to be going probably last hit, but at least for now, Jen does still have the advantage, does still have Jakal stuck on the ledge, but here we go. Nair into F-tilt has Jen building up. He's stuck in, off, trying to get away from Jakal yet again. And, oh, okay. He very nearly went for something very spicy there with their up smash, but Jen was just a little bit too high percent to find it. It's not going to matter, though, because Ubu, Jakal finds the up smash to scoop off the roll get up from Jen, and that is going to be a steal of a game, a steal of a set, and Jakal moving to winners finals.
A single read makes all the difference, and last whenever Jakal needed it most, both in game 1 and 3, he found a clutch read to take out a stock extremely early and then let it roll from there. And Jen wasn't playing bad. He was playing extremely well, but when Jakal felt hot, he felt really hot, as the dream of another Jakal Zomba Grand Finals lives on as Jakal goes on to winners finals.
It definitely could be happening sometime soon, but remember, Ubel, there's another very strong player in the form of Bonk waiting in winners finals for Jakal. He's probably going to be looking to send him down to go meet Zomba a little bit earlier, and Zomba might not even make it there. He's got to go through either Con or Jen just to get to losers finals, and neither one of those are too easy of a matchup for Rob.